So I know this is a little late because I said the first time I did this stage that I was going to come back here with the Bartz LD and BT that I luck-sacked. So apologies that this has taken as long as it has, but here we are now. I did go back on one thing. I did say I was probably going to bring Finello, and I decided against it because I actually got this idea from Renegade in the Dissopia Discord server to bring Trey here. He's the first person I saw do it. And I was like, dude, he'd be perfect. He's super fun to play, and I have not used this dude since Boss Rush. That's the like one and only time I ever used him was Boss Rush. And I realized he's got, you know, the insta breaks and everything. You can turn everybody into an insta break, which I don't think we really ended up needing since we have enough of that on the team as is with just Bartz alone. But it still worked out and it was fun to do. And because I wanted to bring Trey, I figured that Paladin Cecil would be a better counterpart for him than Pinello. Because enchanted traps are my favorite traps by far. Because trap characters, as fun as they are, you definitely notice, and anyone who plays a lot of trap characters will tell you this too. This isn't me shitting on those kind of characters. This is just the fact that the brave potencies on a lot of their traps are super low. I mean, the damage adds up over time, but you really got to beef those guys up to get the most out of it. And Paladin Cecil is very good for that. So I figured he would be a better candidate than Pinello if I'm going to run Trey here. The one thing I wanted to watch out for, though, is these guys can inflict a debuff. It's not that HP poison, but they have another one. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a framed debuff that basically makes you do no damage for 3 turns, which is a total momentum killer. I think that they only inflict that if they break you with a certain attack, though. I could even be wrong about that, but we never saw it here, and we don't have any form of debuff cleanse. So I think it has to do with either getting broken by a certain attack, or I don't know. Or maybe when they have the red aura up and they hit you and break you. I'm not sure, but regardless, there's a way that they can do it. I'm sure someone's gonna come in here and tell me exactly what the condition is, and please do. That'd be great. That would help not just me, but whoever else might be watching this, because I honestly don't know, but we were able to avoid it with this team without any need for debuff cleanse or Isuna or anything like that. We kind of just went straight damage and auras, and it was great. With all the insta breaks in the world. I was trying to time it so that they would drop to the appropriate thresholds on Bartz's turn. But this works out well because we have this Fujin call we've just been sitting on, so this will push B under the edge. I'm realizing now using the C65 there was bad timing because Dynamite was on. So look, the Dynamite goes off right after that. See? If I would have not pressed the C65, the Dynamite would have hit him first, and that would have been way better. But, is what it is. Actually, I don't know if it would have mattered, honestly. It probably wouldn't have mattered, but regardless, it's not that important. We got through the break, we're okay. And Bartz can do that 3 more times, I want to say. Yeah, he's got 2 more uses of the LD, and with the burst, that's another one, so that's 3. And I didn't mean to press this here. I used that enchant way too early, but it didn't matter anyway because Bartz is on the team. We probably didn't need the Fujin call at all. I probably could have went with something else, but I didn't think about it too much. I just figured it would help Trey. Because yeah, I wanted enchanted traps, and these guys are immune to elemental imperil, for those who don't know that. That's one way that they're selling Bartz here. It's not just the insta breaks. It's the fact that his LD provides wind weakness in the form of an aura. So if you enchant with wind, with the Fujin call, then you're set to go. Nothing to really worry about. Now, it's a little awkward with Trey because of the constant cleansing, but I figure it's kind of worth it. I mean, he has more. These damn messages keep coming up. I swear I muted this chat. But anyway, again with these messages. This is so embarrassing. Okay. A short intermission. We have to mute. Okay, look, turn count's the same. Let's keep it going. No more of that. Ever. No more of that, ever. Let's get rid of that forever. But as I was saying, these bears, they do tend to cleanse a lot of Trey's debuffs, so you don't really get the full duration of the fireball, but that's okay because he has enough to just replenish it and kind of keep it on for the whole fight. Plus, he's going to be the swap anyway, so we don't have to be conservative with his LDs. We can kind of just keep going with him and it'll be fine. As far as the summon goes, I mean, Ramu may not have been the best choice, but I kind of just wanted the stun for the end here. That was my rationale there. I don't think the summon really mattered with this team because they're kind of just capping anyways, as you can see. Like, to see those arrows do cap brave damage, like, that's delicious. Big fan of that. And now, this takes a while because I'm debating, should I just burst right here? Because I could break them, and then I'm realizing Bart's BT effect is 8 turns. And we're already a good way through this, so now would be the time so that we can take the most advantage of this burst effect. I'm not sure if it stays on. I think we lose it maybe right before the fight ends, which means timing it now was a good time to do it. So we can take care of their brave like we just did. Ah, God. I don't know why these keep coming up. You saw me mute the chat. But here we are. It's relentless. It never stops. It never goes away. Even if it says it's going to go away and comes back a month later, it just won't go away, and I don't understand it. But hey, here we are, and now we got to deal with it. You know, it would be cool if Trey's arrows could go off in the burst. That would be very abusable, though. Because I was kind of thinking of it in relation to, say, you know, Cryle's overhead buff, where you can just keep that locked in during the burst effect, and it'll just keep replenishing everyone's brave for the entire duration of the burst effect, because the turns of the overhead buff stop. And that's the same thing with Trey's arrows. They stop too, because normally they go down with every action. But that would be awesome. I know I'm asking for way too much, but it would just be cool if you could have constant raining arrows in the midst of the burst. That'd be badass. I think Trey would be a lot more popular if you could do that, but I don't expect it to be the case. I'm just saying it would be cool if it were. But like I said, Trey is going to be the swap somewhat soon. Not quite yet, though. We're going to keep him in for a little bit longer. And then bring in this garland, which, thank you, Yoshi Pasta. This is his garland, so thanks, man. Appreciate it. Oh, I did notice something, and I want to talk to other people. I want to hear more feedback about this, because I tried this with a Golbez friend, thinking that it would be similar to the Kadash Dissidia, where the camels, I don't want to talk about them, but it's okay. The camels, they'll get those brave gains, but Golbez just neutralizes it. Like, he makes them stay at 0 anyway. I thought that would be the same thing here, but for some reason, that was not the case when I did it here. They would go into their aura, and I'm thinking that would set them at 0 brave, but instead, they just didn't get brave at all. Like, they were still broken with the Golbez burst effect up, which was super weird, I thought. I don't know why that is, but that's so detrimental. Because that means, okay, because you hit ones until you break them, but if they don't have any brave to break at all, that means you're stuck hitting ones until they decide to recover. So Golbez, who I thought would be amazing here, ended up screwing up. He screwed up everything. But I want to know if other people had that experience too, or if that was just me for some reason the one time I tried it. So I'm very curious about that. And if there's a reason for it, I'd like to know why. I have no idea. Okay, so this gets him in a spot where now one of them has recovered. But this works out because it is Bart's turn. I wish he was under there too so we could just break them both, but we have 2 LDs left, so we can just break you. The other 2, there we go. Okay, you delayed yourself. So we'll have the other 2 focus A to not hit ones. And then Bartz will break the other one, and then we can go into the summon and nuke these guys. All good. Garland's EX. My god, it hits so hard. Garland's EX hits harder than unconfirmed death threats. In fact, I'll take it a step further. Garland's EX hits harder than being banned from the main chord. That's how hard Garland's EX hits. And the Garland burst effect, oh my god. The Garland burst effect is juicier than LUFENIA plus Doom postings. The Garland burst effect is crazier than making a video about LUFENIA plus Doom posting, where you scroll through Dissidia DB point out every single fight and talk about how they're badly designed. Over 5,000 people watch it, and then you act bewildered as to why so many people are LUFENIA plus Doom posting. That's how crazy Garland's burst effect is. You combine that with the Bartz burst effect and Paladin Cecil's goodness, oh, we are in good shape. So as you can see, yeah, Ramu wasn't necessary, but I don't really think a summon choice would have been any better than another one, really. In this particular situation, I mean, the team was just solid regardless, so I figured we're already going to be doing cap damage with all this goodness going for us. We might as well just throw a stun in the mix too. Which worked out, because look at that. Untouchable. And at this point, we kind of just have to go in for the kill. We're more than good on turns, nothing to worry about. Okay, and yeah, I was right. The burst effect ran out when they're at 6% health, so I'm glad I bursted when I did. That was a good time to do so, I'd say. Garland, you put in amazing work. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. But you need some battery just in case. So even if you get hit, you're already overhealed, so it's going to be fine. What luck! A double miss. You know, we still have an LD left, but I could have pressed it. Maybe probably would have done more damage, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just go for the off-turn damage while we can, because they're going to die before they even get there anyway. So let's just let the arrows rain. Why not? And done. So in conclusion, this video was really fun to make, and I don't regret it at all. I think it was a very necessary video to show off the Bartz BT and other reasons. Thank you for watching.